Okay, this is the beginning of the ceremony.
Famous Light in the blue.
Amos Wright coming in. Hello, Amos.
Oh.
You can see there the ceremonial hall that they are going to be dedicating in just a few minutes. And there's Mr. Amos Wright, who has lived here for over 60 years. Okay, I'm recording again. This is our 20-second lead-in.
Red Light, Minnesota. Mr. Dojo.
No.
Mr. Nordwell coming in on master ceremonies.
Thank you very much, Curtis.
Mr.
I'd like to
Nordwell is
welcome
a Chippewa.
all of you people to the Cortina Rancheria for a day that is a part of tribal history. 200 years this country has existed as a nation, but 200 years plus, many thousands of years before, our people were here in this land. Ours is a proud heritage, a fine culture, and many fine traditions of our people. And this is a momentous day, and I, for one, am very proud and honored that the Cortina Band has invited me and my family, my wife, to participate this afternoon. And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a great deal of pleasure to introduce to you Madam Chairperson Mary Norton of the Wintun Nation.
I'm really afraid of this microphone, but I guess I've got to use it. And I really don't know what to say at this point because I'm kind of disappointed that some of my tribal members are not here, but I hope people understand our Indian people have their own ways. So I'll have to give you a slight introduction of how I got in this position. It had been about 1968 to 69, Mr. Harry Lorenzo approached me to help this tribe. It belongs to my grandfather and uncles and the rest of my members of my tribe. At this point, I kind of hesitated for a while, but knowing what I was faced with, being that I had worked with Mr. Lorenzo on another reservation, I thought I would go ahead and give it a try. So Mr. Lorenzo had introduced me to the people, of 49 people that I was supposed to find that were lineal descendants to make this tribe for Cortina Rancheria, to be able to get funding and to be able to be recognized as a federally recognized tribe. I worked with this group, and with this 49 people, I came up with 87 members that were lineal descendants. There are a few older ones that are in this group. I think there are about 80 and maybe more and some less that are not here today. I'm sorry for the reasons, maybe because they didn't get their communications and they had jobs to do, but still they're not here. But in behalf of them, I feel that they will be able to use this building or be able to get together and work a lot more without all the hostility and petty jealousy among themselves. I feel like from the time that I had taken this office voluntarily and then was elected by at least 2/3 of the vote at one time and 1/3 maybe the next time, we still have a divided group. So with that in mind, I know what I was faced with, but right or wrong, it was Mr. Mr. Lorenzo at my side, guiding me without anyone from my own side guiding me, I'm faced with the position that I am today. I welcome all of you that are here today, and I also welcome Mabel McKay, and her sister Frances McDaniel, and Mr. Harry Lorenzo that made every effort to get here to be with me at my side. Right now, I feel like that I will turn this over to Mr. Lorenzo for an opening prayer and a few words, because I feel like he could do a better job than I could. Mr. Lorenzo.
I want to offer on, go.
I am Lorenzo from Oak, California, and I sure did talk with Mrs. here, Chairman. I find out, I am an old man, so I see this already. It's going to be all right. When she stand up and talk, I know that will work. It's been entry here in Cortina Ranch neglected ever since 1907. Nothing, no government or nothing else. It's been that way for many years. And I see I can do some way and somehow to help these new people who live in this Cortina Ranch area. When I say something, it will work. I know, because anybody, if you don't open your mouth, it won't work, anything, any place and anywhere else. All that we have to do is stand up and say something, talk together, and gather together, and that's what we did here today. I am glad that we doing something. It looks like we are doing something now. I'm going to say a few words about the dedication of this building on this land and this Indian reservation here in Cortina Reservation. Right now, I can say this. I pray, because I am a Christian man now. I am a preacher, so I can talk my own way to these people here. Praise to God. You know how wonderful Jesus is. When I pray to God, He tells me what to do, but I am just an individual man, but Christ is in me every day. Dear ones, I am talking to you real good. I want you to understand this. At the same time, I am the Indian man. I am the captain. Runs in this Cortina boat. This Indian way of doing is come from my generation, Nobody votes for me, but I born and raised. The mother's way, another side. Praise to God. That's the reason I am staying here today and talking amongst these people. It doesn't make any difference what kind of people, what tribe, but I believe we all in one thing. People. So today I'm going to say a few words. We are going to dedicate it to Amos Wright. So he's been here many years. He's born and raised right here in this reservation. When these people was still living in this reservation. But some of them moved away, some of them passed away. And they passed away. There are only two left in this reservation. But I am glad to see a difference There's been the difference now. Because it's my way. Because it's her way. Pray to God. I thank God today. I speak few words to you people. And you should pray.
We are here today to dedicate a monument to many people out in this country. It may look like something small, but to the Wintun band here at Cortina, this is a monument, something special. It is a coming home for many people, coming back home to Cortina. It is coming home to a new building that represents perhaps to many young people a new hope, a new future, a place where you can call home. And it was made possible by one man, Amos Wright, a man who had the courage, the fortitude to stick it out here in this, what many people would call an isolated reservation. For 30 years, he prided himself of the comfort that many other people went out to receive in this society. Amos tended the graves of his people, and he took care of this reservation, this little rancheria. He built the fences, and he kept it good. And now, this building is being dedicated in his honor. And I am honored to be part of that dedication. And in this ceremony that we are to do at this time, it is a purification and blessing. We will light the sweet grass that I hold in my hand, along with our eagle fan. Amos, along with other members of the tribe, will follow us as we go around the outside of this building, and we will be saying prayers to ourselves, silent prayers. Some may choose to say them loudly, but we will pray for all those people that have been here before. We will pray for all the people that are here now. We will pray for those yet to come. Our hearts go out to everyone. We are happy today. And at this time we'd like to light the sweet grass, and we'll start the purification ceremony.
Can you pick up the recording and go with me? Okay, let's just...
Yeah, he's not around going too fast.
Just stay right here and let him go.
with him. Go here. Hold on.
At this point, everybody is following the medicine man around the building in the purification ceremony. as tradition dictates. Now they will enter the building, and room by room they will purify the rooms. This is truly an exciting thing that we're seeing. We're honored to see it, that there are Indian and non-Indian people participating in this ceremony. And we're privileged to be able to videotape this and preserve it. This is the type of ceremony that cameras never get a chance to witness, but by special permission we're allowed to capture this moment. And again, I'd like to emphasize that this is a moving experience, that Indian and non-Indian people are participating in this ceremony. That's it. Cut there. Do you have any more somewhere? Yeah. Where's it at? In my briefcase. Is it open? The briefcase unlocked? Yeah, it's in the trunk, and there's, make sure you get the black and white, though. Okay. You have to open it to check it. And at this point, the medicine man is purifying the people who participated in this ceremony. That's right. And rolling now, we're into the 20-second roll period for the purpose of getting some close-ups of some of the people here.
Prayed to the great spirit, the grandfather,
This is Amos
to
right
bless
here.
everyone that is here today, to bless this house and this place, to bless this ground, to give thanks to the great spirit for all living things, for the two-legged ones that share this day together, the four-legged ones, the flying ones, all those things that create the sacred circle of life. All things come together and formed that sacred circle, and all are a part of it. Some may not understand what has happened today, but we also ask that Grandfather give them that understanding and awareness that what was done comes from the heart and the minds of many fine people here today, and the many efforts that went into creating and making possible the events that are happening today. At this time, I put out the sweetgrass fire. I thank Grandfather and our Earth Mother for this day. And now I'd like to call Mary Norton to the microphone to acknowledge other people who have contributed to making this day possible. Mary?
I'm going to try to remember everybody's name that I would acknowledge to this building that we had put up, and I'll try not to leave anyone out, so I'm going to have to revert back to my committee here because I didn't make any notes on it, probably because I was too busy, I don't know. But first of all, I would like to acknowledge the Bicentennial Funding Agency that funded us for the proposal that we had submitted by Mr. Curtis Nordwall for Cortina Rancheria. And then I would like, secondly, to go ahead and for the Bureau of Indian Affairs, Mr. Harold Bradford, who made it possible for our roads and to help us and assist us in getting everything we could to get this building on its way. I would also like to thank Everett Freeman, who was working with Mr. Bradford and did all the grading and came up and worked as hard and fast as possible, although he had other places to work. I'd also like to thank the Chap Home people that worked with us, made it possible to pre-cut and have their truck this building all the way from the state of Washington and bring it through these roads, even though we had to stop and have Mr. Freeman saw down limbs to get the 40-foot truck through. I would like to thank also Mr. Irvin Klein and Mrs. Klein, who worked as a construction unit to put this building up, and their one assistant, Mr. Darrell Henney. I would like to also thank Mr. Bob Howe, who had come out and worked with a group when with the girls mostly and the boys taking the roofing paper from the floors on the ground to the top of the building. I would also like to thank Mr. Gene Dillon, who came all the way from Sacramento on the electrical part to help get it installed in its proper place. And also I would like to thank the tribal groups and all those that came in, including by name the Bicentennial Committee that I had appointed because I had no volunteers and some of them had other things to do. The appointed committee was Edna Duncan, Rosie Ponce, Rebecca Flores, Carmen Flores, who was the secretary for that project, and myself as a project coordinator and the chairman of this resolution. I would also like to thank Zeke Benson, who'd come in to assist with the flooring and the tiling. Mr. and Mrs. William Combs, also known as Andrea Combs, who is the tribal member. Ed Dahmer Sr., who just worked as hard as he could the last time to get the steps in so that we could get you in and out of the building. I would also like to thank the fire department of Arbifo, California, although they're not here, because they had donated at least 1,000 gallons of their water, which is needed for us to use in the building when we poured our foundation. I would also like to thank the Cleesa County, I guess it would be the health department, in issuing us for the sanitation department. They had signed it for me, and I can't remember the gentleman's name, but I would like to thank him because he took all his time to help us out. I would also like to thank Mr. Lorenzo for helping and assisting me as much as possible. I would also like to thank the other people of the tribe that had put me in this position to work for them and to try to find funding for other things and for their water and for their homes of getting back in here, hoping that their committees that do work with them will find better ways of getting homes for them. And I will still campaign and go on the project, but still asking for donations for this water well to protect the insurance of this building for the people that will be using it. I don't know if I forgot anyone else. If I had left someone out, I haven't meant to, but I want to thank also the stepchildren, Jerry Norton, Diane Norton, and Patrick Norton for helping me complete this project. Most of all, I would like at this time, maybe he may be indisposed, but I think I wore my husband out, traveling 159 miles a day at times, and coming with me, staying up here with me. I would like to thank him personally. I would also like to thank, although I may have forgotten him, Mr. Adam Nordwall for helping me with this ceremony, whether it's right or wrong, with my tribe or not. I've always stuck my neck out and practically got it chopped off. So I started the project, I'm going to complete the project, and I will go on until someone else replaces me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mary. I don't think we need worry about getting our heads chopped off when we work for the benefit of people. And I don't think it should make that much difference whether we are Wintun, Pomo, Chippewa, or whatever tribe we come from. The important thing is that we start looking at what we have to do as Indian people and then go and work together from there forward. And let's not let divisions keep us apart or keep us from working for a better tomorrow for our young people. At this time, I'd like to present Gerald Rothbach of the Bureau of Indian Affairs, who would also like to make a presentation at this time. Mr. Rothbach.
I'd like to make a presentation of this .22 rifle to Amos Wright in behalf of the Redneck Band of Chippewa Indians. And I hope that giving this will help other people cross cultures, and hope that this will help Amos Wright in his future hunts. Amos? Thank you.
Amos, you are the man of the hour, and would you like to say anything to the people at this time? Amos is a man of few words, but I'm sure he is, along with all of the events that have taken place today, a very happy and a very excited man. I've known and watched him yesterday, last night, and today, and I know the excitement that he has in his heart for what has taken place today. And I'd like to, for one, extend to Amos Wright a very warm tribute, not only speaking for myself, but I'm sure I would speak for many people that are here today. A tribute to a man who showed a hell of a lot of guts in doing what he has done today. And let's see it. And now for the concluding form of the day that concludes this dedication ceremony, Miss Carmen Flores.
To Amos Wright. The single man sits out his long bird-hill. Loneliness has become an aspect of the patch of land over which he stands for sentinel. As he watches, the wind runs across the grass and loses itself. reminds him of his people who have gone away. Some were sunrise with acorn meal and wormwood to the rhythm of dropping tears. Others left for the song of hope. He knew there would be a time to bring the children home to the softening influence of the land, to the continuity of generations that make up the best of Cortina. And so, as the blossoming of its redbud interrupts winter and becomes the legacy of spring, Amos knows the rhythm of hammers, saws, and lances is the song of fulfillment, of the prophecy so long ago bestowed upon him by one who knew the unknown blended knowledge. The people will return. Today the salute is to this noble land. The dedication is to them. The building that together has this build, that can only reflect his integrity, strength, and faithfulness. Thank you.
Before we go in for our potluck, I think there was one gentleman that wanted to say just a few words, Mr. Curtis Nordwall. But before I do, I want to thank all you people that did travel all this distance to come in, and I do hope you eat with an open heart and feel that you are blessed as well as the rest of us that participated in this program. Curtis Nordwall.
The Wintun people have always had a home. It's just that now they have a house to put it in. Thank you. Potluck time? Potluck time? It's all time for cows, so... Yeah. There were 32